My name's Seth Barnes. I was selected to review the Xbox One Kinect Assassin's Creed Unity bundle. I was notified last Tuesday and it was delivered on Thursday, so 3 days shipping from notification. Which is pretty good. It came from Amazon. I did have to complain on FedEx because the driver decided to drop the package off on my porch without knocking or ringing the doorbell. And I was home all day. And I was like literally checking the door every 5 minutes because it was like Christmas for me getting this. And so I wasn't really happy about them just leaving it because it could have been taken off my porch fairly easily. But I still got it. Aside from the driver, the packaging it came in was really good. Amazon put one of those airbags to make sure that the Xbox didn't slide around inside the shipping package. And then Microsoft packaged it really nice in the box itself. It was really well organized, had plenty of styrofoam to make sure it didn't get damaged in shipping. The Xbox itself is a little bit larger than the 360, probably about 3 or 4 inches on the side, 3 or 4 inches on the back, and maybe an inch or so on the front as far as thickness. And it has a boxy look to it. Pull it back out. Sorry, I'm filming this myself. It does have a very boxy look to it with sharp corners compared to the 360. The 360 had rounded corners and it was kind of curvy. Let me see. So it does look a lot more like a DVD player or DVR. But it still has a really sleek look to it, and I think it actually looks really good that way. As far as setting it up and ease of use, the instructions are really clear. Basically, if you can read some simple instructions and hit some buttons, you shouldn't have an issue. Honestly, my 3-year-old son could probably set up the Xbox without any help. It's really that simple. The Kinect itself has the same boxy look to it with the same sharp edges to match the console. I did notice on the Kinect it's a considerable improvement over the old 360. It's a lot easier to set it up to your play area, and the camera itself has a much wider view angle. It's a lot easier to set up compared to the old 360. I haven't played any Kinect games, but judging by the camera itself, it seems like it would be a lot easier to use. The controller came with a headphone that plugs into the controller. It has your mute button, your up and down buttons. It's very similar to the old controller. It's a little slimmer. It feels a little bit better in the hand. They did move the Xbox button, your home button, from the center of the controller up to the top, so it's less likely that you're going to accidentally hit that during play area. They also shrunk down the joysticks to a smaller, more manageable. It's a lot easier to manipulate the new joysticks than the old ones. They also recessed the D-pad into the controller versus having the big round button with the D-pad on top of it. The old Xbox, it was really easy for it to think you were pushing one way when you were pushing another way. So with the recessed, it makes it a lot easier for you to do your commands without the Xbox confusing what you're trying to do. Aside from that, it has the same shape and look as the old button, or the old controller. It looks a lot nicer. It's a lot easier to use. I did get the subscription for Xbox Live because with Xbox Gold, they give you free games every month. As long as you keep your subscription active, you get access to those games Like this month, the game came with Assassin's Creed Unity, and the free game was Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It also came with Dance Central Spotlight, so it came with 3 games, which is really nice. Most bundles only come with 1, maybe 2 games, so adding the Kinect game was a real nice surprise. The only complaint I had was they sent digital cards. It's got your little marks on the back, or your codes on the back, and you have to digitally download it. And I, at the time when I got it, didn't have home internet, so I actually had to take it to my sister-in-law's house in order to download the games. It would have been nice if it was hard copy. I'm kind of old school. I like having the hard copy games. So, I mean, you get too many digital games, you start using up your hard drive, and then you have to buy the external hard drive. But that's really the only complaint I have with it, is I would have preferred the hard copy games versus the digital. I did set up a new profile for the Xbox One. I used to have Xbox Live with my 360, but I gave up that several years ago. I really didn't have a use for it at the time. So I just set up a new one, and it's really easy to set it up online on the Xbox Live website. You just follow a couple instructions and then enter your information onto the Xbox itself, and you get access really easy. They did change the home screen. Again, forgive me, I'm filming this myself. But they did change the home screen a little bit. It's got whatever your last used, so you can actually go from your game to your home screen without having to exit your game completely. Like, I'll show you with Black Flag real quick. So that's Black Flag, the starting of it. But you can hit your home button, and if you look right here, the game's still going. So you can go, say you're downloading another game and you want to check the process, you can come over here and check and see where it's at. I'm still downloading this one game, so internet's not very good in my area, but there is that. I did download some apps because I already had Netflix, so that makes it really easy. But like your app screen, Hulu Plus, Netflix. See, I can select Netflix here. It'll go to Netflix. I can exit out of Netflix, and Netflix will keep running up there. So let's see. So I can go back to my game here. And see, it's right at the home screen. It was still loading when I left it earlier, but see, it's still running my game there. And I can go back to Netflix, and it's still uploading Netflix. So there's the ability to switch from apps and games without having to exit all the way out. You used to have to exit out to completely do something different, so you can switch back and forth. You've got your store. It's really, they've done a lot of improvements. See, it just uploaded Netflix without me being on it. But as far as graphics, the graphics are amazing. Like this scene here, it's animated, but it almost looks live action. The graphics are so crystal clear. Like, I mean, look at that. It looks like live action versus graphics. It's really, really nice graphics on this. Compared to the 360 had good graphics, but they've improved the graphics even more on the Xbox One. As far as value, let me exit out of that. As far as value, I think that the $500 for this bundle is well worth it, considering it comes with the controller, the Kinect, 3 games, the headset. Normally that headset's like $30 itself. The controller is wireless, so you're gonna use a lot of double A's, unless, like, I picked this up at GameStop for $30. It's a charge bay. It's got 2 slots there that charge these rechargeable batteries that fit in your controller. And when I first got it last week, I charged both batteries right away, and I've only switched once in the last week, and I put hours onto games. So that's one thing you can use to upgrade your system and save money on regular double A's, so you're not going through them a lot. But I think it's a really good value. I would recommend it to my friends who do play Xbox. The ones that play PlayStation, you're not going to convince them to switch. They might buy it as an extra system, but people are kind of ingrained whether they like PlayStation or Xbox, so there's really no switching people. I would rate the system as a whole as a 5. Like I said, my only real complaint is the digital copies versus the hard copies. And I don't know if that was them trying to save room in the packaging or what. I guess from what I understand, Xbox One's going a lot more digital versus hard copy. You can get the hard copy games, but you can also go to the store right here. And you can buy any game that's released on Xbox One through the store. You can even pre-order directly through the store, so you don't even have to go to like GameStop or whatever to pre-order. Like right now, Dishonored is set up for pre-order, and it'll give you the price right up there, $39.99 for pre-order. And you can pre-order it, and then as soon as it's released on August 25th, you have access to it without ever having to leave your house. If that's how you want to do it. Some people like going to GameStop, but a lot of times I could see the use in just ordering it online. But it's a really good system for the money. As far as I can tell, the PS4 or whatever they're on now, it's comparably priced to the PS4. I'm not a PlayStation person, so I can't really talk on it, but if you're really looking at getting the Xbox One, it's worth every penny. But that'll end my review. I'll have the written review and some pictures of the unboxing along with this. Thank you for your time. Bye.